Hi, my name is Adah Ojile. I'm the founder of uPivotal. Thank you so much for spending some time to look at this pitch and product demo. So we'll just go ahead and get started. I'll share my screen. Okay. And okay, there's the pitch deck. Okay, so I've got fellow directors Nash Ali and Brandon Doan. Brandon Doan is a technology leader previously at Ernst& Young and was a former colleague at MoneyGram International, where I was global head of platforms. And Nash Ali was a global head of risk at the time. And so I brought them on board, having founded the company to support in areas including investor relations and also technology oversight and advice. Okay, so this is my background. I went to the U.S. Air Force Academy, honoree of the National Honor Society for Aerospace Engineers. So baseline, I'm an engineer, but I also went to Harvard, to the Kennedy School, and also went to Cornell and got a Juris Doctorate. I've worked across multiple industries, leading digital marketing teams out at Silicon Valley, when I was at Thomson Reuters, leading predictive analytics teams out of Target Corp, doing retail, chief information officer out of FSX, which was spun out of LexisNexis. As I mentioned previously, global head of platforms at MoneyGram. And then most recently, before founding this company, I was head of credit risk tech transformation, where I led over 300 engineers. So uPivotal, what is uPivotal? uPivotal is a social collaboration, applied learning, and innovation productivity platform, empowering students, uh, everyday creatives, industry practitioners, and entrepreneurs to tackle real-world challenges and transform ideas into meaningful local and global impact. We believe we're building and have really been building over the last 2 years a powerful platform that enables networking effects and facilitates project continuity. We're in the early stages of defining what we call venture incubation networking ecosystems. And this effectively is a platform that, unlike, say, LinkedIn, that's really more focused on professional networking, that brings entrepreneurs and creatives together, networks them together, but also provides them the tools to implement, turn their ideas into actual solutions, all in one place. And uPivotal effectively is being set up right now, built right now to become the first global Vine. So what's the problem statement? Innovation teams across universities and startups and industry are trapped in these silos. Even within a specific university, you may find different departments operating their own sort of innovation initiatives and not really talking to each other. That's we've seen that a lot in the universities that we've engaged with. Southern Methodist University, for instance, here in my backyard has the Decent Innovation Gym. The Lyell School of Engineering has their innovation work. They have the SMU Impact Lab, which has its own, and then three others, but they don't quite have any way within their university system to know what projects they're working on and find ways to collaborate. So we're trying to a big problem here is those silos, stifling cross-campus, cross-department, and indeed global collaboration. And then within universities alone, there are over 250 million projects worked on and launched every year. The majority of them lack continuity. So if you remember when you went to school, you do it for 90 days and then the project ends and that's the end of it, right? It could be the brightest idea in the world, but really there's no continuity. So we're building a platform to encourage continuity beyond grades and diplomas to actual business and societal impact. So a critical gap in innovation collaboration and project continuity. And once we close that gap, we believe there's a lot of immense value to be realized. So what's our mission? To empower global innovation collaboration by breaking down silos, what I just described, that drive sustainable, in order to have projects that drive sustainable impact and create the skills to enterprise for students, skills to work pipelines, And then for those in industry, giving them opportunities to collaborate outside of their institutions, especially with academic institutions where they're the cutting edge, to then turn some of these ideas into real world impact. So through an open ecosystem, what I described effectively as a vine, this new category we're creating, venture incubation, networking ecosystem. This open ecosystem for project-based learning, project continuity, and cross-border and cross-campus partnerships, we hope to unlock the potential of innovators worldwide. So think of it as that platform that the innovators and the creatives and others come together to work and collaborate and network in order to deliver a real-world impact. Very excited about doing this. Okay. The background. So if you look at just students alone, forget industry, you've got 247 million higher ed students around the world. Our focus is on the biggest, largest countries and also Anglophone. To connect the world, we've picked in Africa, Nigeria, because it's got a student population of 5 million, higher ed student population. India's got 38 million, and the United States has 19 million. So we intend to connect the university, and in Canada as well, we sort of pull into the United States go-to-market effort. We've already engaged with several universities. We've had a university in India on board, and another one also in the pipeline. They have 24 projects on the platform. Nigeria universities with a couple hundred students and about 2,000 by the end of the year. In the United States, of course, which is where we're based, we've in our backyard, and SMU in the pipeline, Harvard Innovation Lab, a lot of conversations with them, engagement already with their students, discussions with Duke University, with Cornell University, where I went to school. We're integrating with Canvas, which will then expose us to others. And we're also talking with the Global Consortium of Entrepreneurship Centers to become their technology partner for the 2025 GCEC conference, where innovation centers and entrepreneurship centers convene once a year. The last one I attended at Boston College, there were 370 universities present, over 800 members. So we believe, and there's a lot of excitement about what we're doing, a lot of excitement. There is no such tool that brings innovators across campuses to collaborate across campuses and even engage with industry. And so we are, like I mentioned, sort of creating this new category and leading the way. So I won't talk too much about the TAM and the SAM. Ultimately, the serviceable obtainable market. What we think that with our capacity, where we're located, and the sort of strategy that we have in place, we believe that by 2029 we'll be able, that for a 5-year period, there's a serviceable obtainable market of 62 million. And that's with a focus on university innovation labs, getting into co-curricula university programs, especially field projects and projects led by professors who want to deliver impact, and then also engaging with corporate innovation labs. They're seeking more interesting ways and more compelling ways to introduce, turn their ideas into impact. I won't delve too deeply into this, but we're starting out with 5,000 students expected by the end of this year on the platform, and we expect to continue to grow and accelerate and get to about close to 4 million students by the end of 2029. And that's just on the student side. Of course, while that's our focus, we expect that our engagement with industry will occur in parallel in order to continue to grow our potential. Okay, this is a slide that talks about all the conferences and events and other things that we've done this year. But I'll just quick highlight. We launched in April 2024 with our MVP, and then shortly after that hosted the uPivotal Innovate Africa Conference at Harvard. Our sponsors were the Harvard Graduate School of Education. Wonderful program, including both physical and online. We had about 500 attendees, mostly online because of the Africa focus. We flew in vice chancellors of universities from Africa and gave them a tour of Harvard and also the Harvard Innovation Lab. Harvard Innovation Lab was awesome in hosting us. And, the innovation labs are basically the very backbone of our early adopter audience. I was also privileged to give the keynote address at the 75th anniversary of founding of the University of Ibadan, which is the oldest university in West Africa. A couple hundred people showed up, and that this keynote address, the innovation conference there, commemorated the 75th anniversary of the oldest university in West Africa. And I spoke principally about how universities are not just learning centers, but also innovation centers, and how all of those students have huge potential. And then there's photos here from meeting with Coursera's president. We were actually integrated with both Coursera and Udemy in order to provide their solution to emerging markets, specifically within West Africa. There are photos here with the University of Toronto and others, but like I mentioned, huge attendance at GCEC. Over 800 people attended, and our goal is to become the technology partner with GCEC. I've had a couple of discussions with the executive director of the GCEC, and we even have a demo February 6th. And so our goal is to be a sponsor and the technology partner going into 2024. In fact, they used Slack for the very first time in their conference the last conference, and this conference has been going on for 20 years, and they never really had a tool to drive engagement and collaboration. But Slack has a lot of limitations, and once you see our product, you'll understand why we're completely heads and shoulders in terms of what we're trying to do and the focus that we have on driving innovation collaboration across institutions and across innovation centers and research centers and entrepreneurship centers. Okay, before we dive into the demo deeply, we've got, we're launching our mobile application in February. What we've had up to date is desktop and then responsive web. So being able to use it on your mobile app, but using the browser. But as we really start to drive the backbone of our application, which is conversations, we are now building out the mobile application, which, like I mentioned, we launched in February. So in this application, users can start a conversation and then start to engage immediately with ideation with their colleagues, and so they can invite their colleagues and start with ideation. But what's interesting here is the ability to peruse other projects that are going on globally. What's also interesting is the ability to peruse teams that are working actively. What's also interesting is the ability to peruse challenges that are out there in the world, and then click on them to then watch a video and then start. All of that is actually already built on the web platform. So now we're taking what we've learned on web to then implement that very succinctly on mobile. Another thing you will also notice is this conversations feed. We believe that a lot of engagement for youth, and because there's always this question, is how do you get young people to want to be entrepreneurs and want to build and innovate? And they watch the videos and they think about it, but that next step from talking about it and engaging about it and sharing videos to actually taking action is a little bit of a leap for a lot of people. So what we're doing is we're creating this backbone where effectively this becomes at its center a social media engagement platform around innovation. LinkedIn has professionals, HR influencers, all that kind of stuff there, and it does talk about innovation here and there, but it also talks about how to be a better, how to get promoted at work and that kind of thing. Our focus here is how do you engage teams? How do you bring teams together? How do you raise funds and resources? How do you keep going? How do you reach milestones in order to become a better innovator and transformer? And so at the center of it is going to be conversations. Anyone can post, anyone can create a channel. You can share videos and all the typical things that we understand of social media platforms. But where a Vine comes in, which is this category we're creating, a venture innovation networking ecosystem, is that you talk, but then you also act. And we give you the tools to do project management. We give you the tools to do a whole host of other things. And this is just really, if you look at the host of all other things, you can look here at the left, at the sidebar here, you'll notice we have a dashboard. You can look at statements, the problem statements. These are all built, by the way. A goals map. If you think about OKRs and how you're able to track from your goals to your OKRs, key results, you're able to create a goals map, and then under the goals create objectives, then projects, then tasks. We've got all the capabilities you would expect, the core capabilities you'd expect from a Jira. So we don't even use Jira for our project management. We actually use this platform today. You can form teams. You can peruse teams. We have these things called team cards, so it's very elegant. Projects, you can do the same thing as well. Like I mentioned, you got conversations feed. You can engage in chat with your team members. This screen here is an example of a conversations feed, but the chat is very similar. You can find talent. So one of the things we've learned from centers is someone wants to start a company, but they're a scientist, but they don't know anything about marketing or sales, but they don't know any way to find that person within their campus. So all folks who are interested on the college campus and engaging, who may not be engineers, but still want to be part of startups, can come in and register on our platform and indicate in the registration process that they want to be either talent or mentor. Then there's something else we're going to add called tutor, because ultimately this platform also has a key applied learning aspect to it. More broadly falls under ed tech because of where we're reaching, but really is a combination of ed tech, work tech, and incubator tech. All right, so mentors, grants are also available on our platform. We have a few that are live right now. Benefactors can log in and do what we call micro grants. So, if you're a student and all you can do for a grant is $1,000 or even, have your family members do a $500 grant, however small it is, we put it there and you can categorize what industry, what sustainable development goal, UN sustainable development goal, which are the 17 you'd like it to apply to and what focus countries. And then people who log in here can then see it. Courses, we're integrating with Canvas. So in some schools like Cornell and Duke said, yeah, we love your product, but we want it to be within our own, Canvas ecosystem. So we're integrating with Canvas to make sure that our application is within. This doesn't prevent innovation centers from engaging, but this becomes important for people who want to make it part of the curriculum so they don't have to keep going back and forth between certain applications. We've published about 200 books using AI. The goal here is to make it easy for students anywhere in the world to upskill. So we're starting out with books, and by the end of the year, we'll have like maybe 2,000 books on the platform, which also helps greatly for our content marketing. Google, we're ranking our ranks are climbing pretty quickly on Google. These U-books, however, the content here would then be used to turn professor avatars and other things into lectures. So a professor can take a 2-minute video of themselves, upload it, and then it'll create a lecture based on that, and then they can go through it and then see if they're okay with it, and then when they approve it, it gets published. And this is our way to make make courses accessible in parts of the world where they're not affordable today. So that's and then again to the right here is just the feeds that we talked about that are central to making this work. And unlike other places, yep, you can talk, you can engage, you can ideate, you can like and post, but then on the left side of the bar, boom, you can start taking the actions you need to take to turn those discussions, that talk, into real action. Okay. Just quickly talk about where we are in terms of financing. The vision, I think, is already clear about what we're trying to do here, and we believe that within 5 years we can get to $50 million or more in revenue. We're in the process of using angel funds. A lot of this is heavily funded by me, and then I started getting angel friends and family to around, and we're in that process right now of keeping it going. We've got engaged clients already, contracts signed already. So we're keeping it going. But we're at the phase now where we can say we've achieved product market fit. I can very comfortably say that I know what a range of clients want, and we have in our roadmap the things that we'll deliver about 80% of it. But we have in our roadmap the things that are needed to do to deliver the remaining 20% in order to close out that sort of early adopter audience. And so we'll be looking for a pre-seed round of about $500,000 in 2025 in order to help us accelerate and secure contracts with the first 100 paying university clients. And this will also cover tech stack and infrastructure costs, and also allow us to expand our product development team. Okay, great. So now I'm going to stop sharing this screen, and I'm going to dive real quick into the demo. As I've mentioned, a lot of this is going to be quick. All right, so remember I said this is the dashboard. This is live. We think we've done a good job of making it nice and clean. If you look at the right here, when I click in this area here, I have onboarded as a practitioner, benefactor, or student. I could also onboard as a faculty member if I wanted to. So I'm just going to show you, if you, after registering when you're onboarding, if you click here, you would normally see 4 categories: student, faculty, practitioner, and benefactor. Because I've already onboarded as a student, benefactor, and practitioner, you don't see that here, but faculty you still do. So when I click there, boom, I click next, and then you get to select the country, the sustainable development goals you're interested in. All 17 are listed here, you know, gender equality, climate action, affordable clean energy. You get to select the industry, the focus countries, the university, your email address, university email address. We two-factor authenticate to your university email address to confirm you're actually a member of faculty. You select your faculty, your department, and then you can select the talent and skills you have. And we have over 300 talent and skills categories. You can select up to 10, and this allows us to match people when you're trying to form teams or looking for mentors or seeking talent. Okay, so I'm going to go back to our dashboard here. Go back. This is the home page, by the way. So I'm just going to go back to our dashboard here, right? My practitioner dashboard, or the student dashboard. Let me do that. So I go to the student dashboard. So the student dashboard, now you can look at when you're enrolled in courses, you can see the courses here, completed courses, etc. Like I mentioned, when we integrate with Canvas, you'll be able to see all that here. So you don't have to go elsewhere for that. Statements, these are problem statements, right? So you can look at a problem statement like healthcare accessibility in Texas. You click, and this video is made by Texas Tech. So you click on see more, and you can play. You play the video, and that video will give you, you know, we try to keep it down to 10 minutes, but a little documentary about the issues faced in rural America, in rural Texas here, when it comes to healthcare accessibility, right?
And people that move here are hardy people. So we know how to take care of ourselves, but also we're hyper aware of like each other and who is in need.
So you watch the mini documentary problem statement, and then you read about the problem statement, and you can download files. Anyone can create a problem statement. It does go through our approval process. That way we weed out a lot of noise. But you can also create a problem statement that's unique to your university. Faculty will create situations where faculty can create problem statements without any need for our approval. But right now, we're sort of making sure there isn't a lot of noise in there. So you submit your problem statement, and we go through a process of reviewing it, and then we approve it. And once we approve it, it appears over here. All right, so those are problem statements. Goals mapping. Anyone can create their goals and then share their goals. So there's a share goals thing here. You click on that, and then you choose the goals you want to share. You click proceed, and then you can list the emails of who you want to share them with, and then they'll get a notification. They click on it, and then it brings them into the goals. Their goals appear in your goals map. If you're a director of an innovation center and you want visibility of all of the projects that the students are working on within your center, today there isn't any convenient tool that does that. And even if it does list, what it doesn't do, and you'll see something really neat here, is it doesn't break it down by like objectives, the projects, objectives, you know, and then ultimately like tasks, right? So we use this platform ourselves to do traceability from our goals all the way down to our OKRs, our key results, right? So let me give you an example of like a very robust. So each sprint for us is an objective, and when you break it down, sorry, each sprint for us is a project. When you break it down, you can see objectives, and then you can break it down even further. You can see tasks, right? And here you can see story points, like which translates to the number of days and roughly it takes you to complete a task. And then these first letters here are basically the letters, the first names of the individuals on that team. And you can click here and then view more details about the task. And you can upload attachments to each task. You can type in further descriptions, etc. You can even yep, you can see who's working on it and all that kind of stuff, and then you can change the status, right? So we have a very robust system of, and if you keep clicking here, you'll notice even more tasks. These are our own tasks. Everything you see built on this platform is being managed here. And here's something really cool. If you are actually working on a project and you want to invite someone to work with you, you can add an internal team, say within your innovation center or cross innovation centers, or you can invite, sorry, an internal team is a team that you created or you're an administrator of, or invite an external team, which is a team that's not within your control. Now, that team could be within your innovation center, or it could be another department within your faculty, or another faculty, or another campus, or another university entirely, or a university entirely in another country. So we're creating this very quick decision ability for you to, let me give an example. If I click on invite external team, for instance, boom, I start to see potential teams, and I can do a search to then find the teams here. And these are the team cards that I mentioned that we have. So these are the team cards, and so you can do see more to learn more about that team, and then click invite in order to then invite that team member. Okay, great. Now teams, like I mentioned, we've got a bunch of teams here. Give an example. You go click on browse. You can click on filter. You can filter by country. Let's just quickly filter for India. Boom. India, let's filter for that. All right. So these are all projects in India. Maharashtra Institute of Technology, School of Design was a very important partner here. They have a Center for Research, Innovation, and Entrepreneurship for Young Aspirants. So MIT, ADT, that's the university. It's in Pune, India, and these are their projects. These are actual projects within the Innovation Center, and they're looking for collaboration with partners around the world. So if you come in and you're working on an e-waste project or working on a solar panel project, you can come and click See More, and then once you've done that, you can then go ahead and request to be included on that initiative. So you can look for teams, or you can look for entire projects, and these are project cards. In our mobile app that's coming, these project cards are going to be like, you can choose to scroll, or you can choose to swipe left and right, right? So you can swipe left and right, like just flip through your cards and then decide which ones you want to learn more about and which ones you want to engage. So, if you can click See More, and then you can learn more about that project. And then if you want to join, you click request to join. Okay, I mentioned conversations. So you can create a conversation channel of your own, and then start ideation around a topic. You can select the visibility, whether it's public, private, only people within your institution to share your email suffix can see it, and then you can attach a video or an image, and then that pretty much kicks off your conversation. In the next step here, it asks you to categorize the channel based on focus countries, industry, and UN Sustainable Development Goals. Right. This is again back about this creating this powerful system for matching, and so we have some rule-based matching right now, but down the line, definitely working on AI capabilities using k-means clustering and others to see what you like these sets of groups, therefore you're going to like this one, that kind of thing. So all right, so you create your own channel here. Okay, let me click chat. Yeah, so this is chat here where you can have chat conversations with team members, and these are various team members that we actually work with, or you can have a team chat. So there's an example of a team chat. So their chat capabilities, you can conversations there. Talent, you can find people who have registered on the platform that you're looking for, and you can browse talent. These are people that we ran some ads and then for talent, and then we've had folks actually come to the platform who have registered, identified themselves as having various skills, back-end engineering, software engineering. So if you're looking for people to help with your project, you can come in and do that. We have a feature for mentors, which is just in the early stages here, so there are no mentors right now. But and then grants, we have a number of grants on the platform. Courses, right now the courses on the platform are the ones that we curated from YouTube. That's free for students. But once we integrate with Canvas, you'll see your courses listed here. UBooks, we've published, like I mentioned, 200 books. So you can come in here, and the goal here is to basically make it easy for people. And we use AI prompting and very thoughtful ways of creating 12 book we call them 12 chapter books. So you can come in here and go through like this is about Spark SQL and PySpark, and you can go here, and if you're a student at a university, can't afford the book or want to quickly peruse, you can come here and do that. These U-books will be eventually turned into courses, like I mentioned. AI Avatar is basically teaching these courses, so we expect to basically do a lot of disrupting around the courses space. And there's a lot going on because we're building an ecosystem, not just 1-2 collaboration. So there's this ongoing innovation effort to create turn courses, U-books into courses. So that's really excited about where we're going with this. We're really happy about what we've seen, the confirmation we've gotten from folks. I'm really excited about what the future holds. And we would love to have you help us get to our goal. Success for us would be by the end of 2026, we have 1,000 universities on the platform. This year, get to 100. And that's being somewhat conservative because we secure that technology partner function, technology partner contract with GCC. We expect to get a lot of people registered by October. Paying customers, obviously, is the other thing. So we hope to get to 100 paying before the end of this year. And your support is going to be very crucial to being able to achieve that. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you sparing some time to speak with me. There's a lot more we could have shared, but given the short time available here, shared what we could share. If you have a follow-up call you'd like to have, I'm really excited to sit down with you and have a more detailed conversation. But thank you so much, and we hope that you can join us and be a part of this very important journey. Thank you.